Okay, so it's August the 3rd, and it's been about a month since I made my first video talking about training for the Ultra. And just wanted to touch base a little bit here. I actually just posted that video a few minutes ago, but I'm going to do a quick recap of what the last month has been and why I haven't posted much. Shortly after that video, I bought a new pair of shoes. I bought a Nike Structure 22. I'd been a huge fan of the Nike Pegasus for a long time. Had a lot of success with the 28, the 29. Absolutely hated the 30. I went to a Brooks when they came out with the 30. Went back to the Air Pegasus on the 31, and I've had those for a long time. They're now on generation 36 of that shoe. But they've changed the design. I don't understand that. Nike, in my opinion, Nike dropped the ball on this deal. They had a really wide toe box structure, but a narrow heel. It was a really good shoe for my foot, for the, because I deal with a little bit of toe box stuff. Anyway, long story short, I bought the Structure a few weeks ago. It was a little bit more, had a little more toe box room than what the Pegasus 36 did, but I had it for about 2 weeks and I could not get a successful run in. This shoe was just so uncomfortable. So I finally took it back today. The good thing about a good running store is that a lot of times they're going to take those shoes back if they're just bothering you. I went to Rush Running in Fayetteville, Arkansas. They were great. They took good care of me. I was listening to Ultra Trail Runner podcast, Train for Ultra, on Instagram, or Rob, and they talk a lot about ultras, and now I'm still on season of 2017. I just recently found this thing. Anyway, they talk about Ultra shoes and how the foot design. So I went and I bought me an Ultra, and you can see how this shoe is designed like a foot. I mean, it's designed, it's got a little bit different. The toe box is different, shaped like a foot. And it's just designed to give you a little bit more room, a little more structure. I went with like a middle grade trail shoe because I have some races before the Ultra, obviously, that I want to do. I want to do the Flint and Steel 10K in December. May even do a short run at Pumpkin Holler this fall, maybe 10 miles or something. But anyway, so I took this shoe for my first run a little bit ago in an absolute downpour, which I hope wasn't a mistake, but we'll find out, I guess. I actually went online and I looked for great ways to dry out running shoes. So, but anyway, I loved it. I'm just one run in. It was a short run. It was a little over 3 miles, just to kind of get a feel for them. And plus, man, it was pouring rain. And these dudes were soaked. My whole body was soaked. Luckily, I had taken a zip bag with my phone just because I saw some radar. I saw the radar, saw some rain on there. Anyway, first run, immediately a minute and 15 seconds faster. Even in the pouring rain. So these shoes were soaked. My toes were soaked. This shoe was very comfortable. It has it's built a little bit differently here. You can see a open mesh design. This is actually, I think they actually just call this just a water drain, to be able to drain out the water out of the sides for trail running and stuff. It worked great for running in the rain. I could literally see the water coming out of them. Sometimes I was in water deep enough that these were covered. But anyway, long story short, these are, so far I love them. And we will see how this continues. And this is the Altra, A-L-T-R-A, and it is the Olympus 3 model. It is it's not a full trail shoe, but it's got some, you can see the lugs on them. They set up some decent lugs. They're good for, wouldn't be so good if you wanted to do a lot of road running, but I do a lot of dirt road running and a lot of in the grass, a lot of off-road type running. So these work great for that. They're not a real heavy lug, and they're not a heavy shoe, really. They're a little heavier. Even wet, they're not terribly heavy. So anyway, super happy with what I got so far. Been averaging about, just a little recap of the last month, I haven't averaged a lot of miles just because my feet have been hurting so bad from other shoes. My feet, I got 2 miles into a run in the Nike Shield, and man, my feet, I had to take them off. I just couldn't keep, I just had to walk. It was pretty terrible, pretty uncomfortable. But anyway, so far so good. So we'll see what happens. Got about I believe it was like 30 miles in July in. So really, really on the low end of mileage right now. I want to keep it super smart. Just want to finish that Ultra next year, and I want to do really well at the Flint and Steel 10K trail run in December. So just got to train smart, eat smart, and we'll see what happens.